number 4, Seattle, Washington, USA. This is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Space Dog Radio is your remote location radio station, coming to you 24/7 around the planet and throughout the universe from SpaceDogRadio.com. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Twitter at Space Dog Radio. Next up, I'm going to do a mashup of humorous shows we did on SpaceDogRadio.com. Warning, this may not be suitable for children under the age of 21. Again, warning, this show may not be suitable for those under the age of 21. I'm Space Dog. Hope you enjoy.
From someplace over Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be hard to believe. This is going to be stunning to many women out there, but some women do not easily reach orgasm. That's right. That's right. They cannot get a better orgasm, and it's frustrating. You know, they got the little rabbit vibrators. They got all types of little tickler things, all types of stuff, jacuzzi and vibrator-induced orgasms. But let's face it, some of the stuff you just need a reminder on, which is why we came to find out about orgasmicbliss.com. It's a 6-week online course that teaches women how to excel at the art of climaxing. From someplace over Ottawa, Canada, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Sex and sleep. We had a listener who said his girlfriend was falling asleep during sex. At first, he thought it was just because she drank a lot and passed out. But after the second and third time, he started to think it was something else. The fourth time was a tell-all. He was giving her oral only to hear her start snoring. Needless to say, this hit his ego harder than a motorcycle-sized vibrator. How could she fall asleep when he was doing some of his best work down there? When he spoke to her about it, she said it wasn't him. It was her, and that it happened with others in the past. And that was of little reassurance, of course. Now, at first glance, this is an obvious hit to any man's ego. After all, it was the first time he had ever experienced that with a woman. But Space Dog Radio dove into it deep, head first, you could say, about this topic, and we were very surprised as to what we came up with. A study, Dr. George von Neumann, who co-wrote Iron Man Penis, the Russian System, a manual on helping men get the most out of their sexual potential, concluded that at least 7% of women who have sex fall asleep during sex. 7%. From someplace over Chicago, Illinois, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. Well, you know, some burglars are just idiots. They are just frickin' idiots. And I can't make this stuff up. This one comes to us from the Huffington Post, and it's about a carjacker who wanted to steal a young woman's car. Well, a man is accused of being a carjacker and is in jail after the victim locked him in her garage before he could steal the car. Andre Bacon, age 21, allegedly entered the garage of the victim's Chicago home on Saturday afternoon and demanded the victim hand over the keys to her 2012 Honda MDX. You gotta love Hondas. You gotta love that MDX. Decent vehicle. She did as she was told, but then closed the door to the garage where the car was parked, effectively locking Bacon inside, the Chicago Sun-Times reported. The police arrived. They opened the garage door and saw Bacon sitting in the driver's seat with the keys in the ignition, according to the Chicago Tribune. Bacon was charged with attempted vehicular hijacking and theft. He's in jail in lieu of $75,000 bail, according to the Associated Press. There's a couple amazing things about this. One, it's covered by the Chicago Sun-Times, the Chicago Tribune, and the Associated Press, and Huffington Post, and now Space Dog Radio. Why? Because it's so ridiculous. Dude, if you're going to steal a car, make sure you can get the car out of the goddamn garage. Dude's sitting in the car going, what do I do now? What do I do now? God. couldn't find the garage door opener. Hey, before you go, where's the garage door opener? Someplace over at Ada, Oklahoma, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog along with Quixotic.
Hello.
Today we're talking about a former CPR dummy that has been turned into a traffic cop in Ada, Oklahoma. Cash strapped, Ada, Oklahoma. This comes to our friends at the Huffington Post. Can't afford another traffic cop. So it's turned a CPR dummy named Plastic Popo to keep the peace. They dressed it in a blue police uniform, put it behind the wheel of a police car. Plastic Popo looks enough like a human officer to get speeding drivers to slow down. Quote, we can't keep people in every neighborhood that they complain about speeders, but we can put a car there and let it sit all day, and it'll slow people down. Ada Police Chief Mike Miller told News9.com. But just because Popo isn't real doesn't mean he can't be hurt on the job. His car was recently hit head-on and had to be towed off for repairs.
This is not real. This is not even real, right? You're just...
Quote, he was 10 or 12 feet off the shoulder and a drunk driver came along and took out the car, Miller said, according to News6.com. Once the police department gets another patrol car, Miller said Plastic Popo will be back inside his police car enforcing the speed limit without eating donuts.
You're joking.
You can only get this in Oklahoma.
Okay, you cannot make this shit up. That can't even. Are you sick? This is actually. Was this on one of the slaughter things or something?
If it wasn't true, you wouldn't hear it on Space Dog Radio. From someplace over Seattle, Washington, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog, along with Winter Toad.
Hello, everybody.
Winter Toad flying along with Space Dog Radio out of Missoula, Montana, and we're glad to have him on board. This is a sport you probably have never played, but once you hear about it, you're going to want to.
I'm in.
Beep ball. Seattle beep ball. Blind baseball is alive and well in Seattle. They play with a beeping ball and bass tones.
Wait. I don't see it happening.
Well, you haven't heard about it until you've heard about it on Space Dog Radio.
That's a fact. I just don't see it coming.
Neither do these guys, which is why they call it beep ball. So the game takes a lot of skill, actually. The pitcher and the catcher are not blind, luckily. I mean, there'd be a lot of hurting batters if they were.
There'd be a lot of beanballs, yeah.
Yeah, but the batters and the fielders are blind or visually impaired, and they use their listening skills by way of loud beeping ball and hits and field on the ball. After the hit, the umpire chooses either first or third base at random to emit a tone to direct the runner. They have 6 innings to play and are allowed 4 strikes. Kevin Daniel had participated in Blind Baseball League in Spokane. When he moved here in 2013, there was no league. He formed Seattle South King Sluggers. Their last game is in October. See it if you can, or listen for it. Something. What do you think, Winter Toad?
All our deaf listeners.
This is amazing. Look, I can barely play baseball being able to see, but these guys are running around the base and catching the ball when they're blind? Are you kidding me? Hey, more power to them. I mean, if I were blind, I'd be sitting in a dark corner reading Braille books or listening to books on tape. I mean, I wouldn't be playing baseball. These guys have guts.
In the corner listening to Helen Keller.
Oh, Jesus. Like I said, their last game's October. See it if you can. From someplace over the girlfriend-infested planet of Earth, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. But this is my dilemma. You go out with a date, significant other, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You order a meal. You're going to order a meal, but the girlfriend always orders way more than she's ever going to eat. It drives me absolutely frickin' crazy. I'm listening to her. Oh, yeah, I want this, I want that. You're never going to eat that. Why don't we just get a to-go box right now, and just call it good? No, I'm gonna eat. Blah blah blah. Yeah, right. Whatever. Never happens. So why don't you order what you're going to eat, not what you're going to take in a take-home box? And there's more to that. I'll get to the take-home box in a minute. But why do people do this? Billions of tons of food are wasted in the United States every year because people over-order. I don't know if this is the case in Europe or Asia, Africa. I don't think so, because people are much smarter than we are. But here's what drives me crazy. You get this really great, you get a great bunch of food. It tastes fantastic at the time, and you're done. And I don't know if you guys are out there listening, but once you have a meal, you're done. That's cool. I'm done. I'm out of here. She wants to wrap it up. She wants to take the half bowl of goddamn soup. She wants the half bowl of gumbo. And then, all right, you have a decent meal. You pay your money. You get it home. Do they eat it? No. They don't eat the goddamn thing. I knew it. From someplace over the dirty South, USA, this is a Space Dog Radio Show. Now, I read this article by David Koichi, written April 16th, and it makes me want to go to 4 specific states and break the laws there. The states are Louisiana, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Why? Well, I'll give you an example. This week, Louisiana state legislature voted down a bill that would repeal the state's long-standing ban on sodomy. Of course, the Supreme Court ruled long ago laws like that are unconstitutional, but the American Southerners really don't care. Actually, that's 2 laws I could break in Louisiana. Awesome. Now, there's just some states in the South that don't care. They can tell consenting adults they can't suck each other's private parts, but not enough to tell them they can't do dead people. From someplace over Conrad, Montana, USA, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Space Dog Radio, your remote location radio station, coming to you 24/7 around the planet and throughout the universe from SpaceDogRadio.com. Today we got a special guest on who is a consistent host on Space Dog Radio. The Winter Toad returns from Conrad, Montana. Winter Toad, thanks for being on Space Dog Radio.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Winter
glad
Toad.
To be here, man. Always glad to be on Space Dog Radio.
Yes.
It's the shit. If you haven't listened to it, you're not it.
Winter Toad, tell us a little bit about Conrad, Montana. What's that all about?
Well, I'm still scratching my head on that one. That's a noodle buster. I do stupid stuff. I round up the geese, milk the chickens.
Wait a minute.
Make sure everybody's happy.
Wait a minute. I don't think chickens are supposed to be milked. I'm going to go out on a ledge here and say that chickens don't get milked, but that's just a city boy talking, so maybe I'm wrong there.
You don't? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm doing something wrong, because every time I milk one, something comes out.
There you go, a mashup of humorous shows. Notice I say humor, not comedy. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to contact me at spacedogradio.com and or check us out on Twitter at SpaceDogRadio. From studio number 4, Seattle, Washington, USA, this has been the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thank you for listening. Be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you next orbit.